Did you know that the biggest transformation that you could ever experience is not about ignoring your darkness or pushing it aside or pushing away the discomfort that you're feeling, the challenge, the doubts, the fears, but actually embracing it, leaning into it, and using a process like shadow work to help you transform these lower level aspects, these doubts, these fears into something higher, really turning lead into gold, so to speak. That's what really inner alchemy is really all about, is turning your shadow aspects, those limiting aspects about yourself, into something of higher nature, of higher essence. It's about turning those fears, the woundings, the limiting beliefs into empowerment, strength, and also freedom. It's the journey of really using those challenges, using your shadow aspects as the fuel for deep inner transformation. And in this video, I want to introduce you to inner alchemy. What it is, how it works, and how you can start using shadow work to really transform yourself deeply from the inside out, which also transforms your life in so many beautiful ways. So let's start out with what exactly is inner alchemy. Now, I already alerted to it, but inner alchemy is really about changing from the inside out. But because we all have shadow aspects, we all have these woundings, we all have fears and doubts and limiting beliefs and things like that are actually holding us back. And inner alchemy is really about embracing all of that, not resisting it, not pushing it aside. Here, I like to use the example of the iceberg. You see the big piece on top, but there's a much bigger piece below the surface, and that's what these shadow aspects are. It's like beneath the surface there are all these doubts and fears and limiting beliefs and limiting patterns and things like that, and these past woundings that are really affecting our life. They're holding you back, they're limiting you, they're keeping you from really embracing all that you can be and more. And inner alchemy is about really embracing all that's there and using all these things that are there as the fuel for deep inner transformation. Because just because you don't want to deal with what's beneath the surface doesn't mean it's gone. It's still there. It's just running in the background. You're not aware of it, but it is affecting your life, whether you want to or not, whether you're aware of it or not. But all these things, they're affecting you negatively. They're holding you back. They're limiting you. And inner alchemy is really about going within, looking within, and also maybe using those challenges that you're experiencing outside of you as the mirror reflection, because it's mirroring back to you what's going on within you. And inner alchemy is really that transformative process of turning lead into gold, turning all these limitations, these fears, these doubts into strength, into confidence, into freedom, into something of a higher nature. So you're really transforming from the inside out. And when you do, your life will then reflect back at you the inner growth that you've experienced. So if up until this point you were always in lack and limitation, in fear, in doubt, and you're working through these, you're really healing these shadow aspects, you're transcending these shadow aspects, then you will notice that your life becomes easier. You will feel more abundant. You will feel more excited about your life. You have more freedom. Things come about with more ease. And you also feel more empowered as well. So here you can maybe have some financial windfalls, many opportunities that are opening up for you, or that life just really shifts and allows you to really experience more freedom, abundance, happiness, whatever it is that you want to experience. And it's because of the inner work that you have done through inner alchemy and shadow work. And shadow work is really the foundation for inner transformation. Without shadow work, you're not really able to heal and clear and release and transcend all these things that are beneath the surface. And like I said, they're there whether you want to or not, whether you're aware of them or not, but they are there. And shadow work is really the foundation for that deep inner transformation. And here, it's not just about constantly healing. I do want you to know that. Like, for one, I want to mention that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that needs fixing. It simply means that you have certain aspects about yourself that require healing and clearing and transmuting and transcending. So here, it's not just being stuck in the healing cycle of uncovering what's wrong with me, but no, becoming aware, okay, I'm being triggered here. I'm feeling this. I'm having these doubts, these fears. Okay, let's work through this. Let's heal and clear the emotional charge around it, and let's uncover the message, the lesson, and the gift about whatever I'm experiencing, taking that with me, but then releasing and letting go all else. That's really what shadow work is all about. It's not about being stuck in the healing cycle, but it's about really taking the message, the lesson, and the gift, healing all else, healing the negative charge, but taking with you the good, the message, the lesson, the gift, embodying that. That is where you're turning lead into gold. You're turning the lower level frequencies by the healing and the clear into gold by really integrating and embodying those good aspects that you uncovered within the shadow. Because all shadow aspects, they hold a message, a lesson, and a gift. They're here to teach you something. They've kept you safe up until this point. But there's also then a deeper meaning behind it. There's also a deeper lesson behind it, or a message and a gift. And it's about really integrating that. That is what inner alchemy is all about, is using the shadow aspects, not just to be stuck in the healing cycle, but using the shadow aspect as the fuel for that deep inner transformation, turning lead into gold, turning fear into strength, turning doubt into confidence, right? And really embodying the gifts of these shadows. And the key steps of using shadow work for that inner alchemy is, first, you want to become aware. Awareness is key. You want to become aware for what is really happening, what is going on, what are those shadow aspects that you're experiencing, even using your outer world as the teacher, so to speak, guiding you on what requires healing within you. Because like I had mentioned earlier, everything outside of you is a mirror reflection of what's going on within you. So if you're experiencing a lot of lack and limitation, okay, cool, let's look within. Where do I believe in lack and limitation? Where have I embodied that? Where have I had negative experience around abundance, or trying to become more abundant and things like that, or prosperity around, the things that you have learned, the things that you've experienced and things like that. Really using the outer world as a mirror reflection of what's going on within you. Or for example, if you come across a lot of people that treat you badly, that don't listen to you, they don't respect you, they don't value you, they don't love you, or anything like that, where you just don't feel seen or heard or respected, well, use that as a mirror to look within. Where do you not love yourself? Where do you not respect yourself? Where do you not find yourself valuable, or anything like that, right? So using whatever's happening outside of you as the mirror reflection to look within. Okay, where is this within me? What is coming up within me? Where do I remember that I had that experience? That is really the first step in this beautiful inner alchemy work. It's about becoming aware. Awareness is going to be key first, but doing so without judgment, without harshness, really bringing softness within this work, really being gentle with yourself. Because whatever you uncover, you should be grateful for that. Because remember, the iceberg, you have the big chunk underneath it. It's there whether you want to become aware of it or not. But when you are becoming aware of it, you shouldn't judge that or be mad about it or upset about it. But okay, great, cool. Now I learned that this is there. Now I can do something about it. But without the awareness, it's still there, you're just not aware, but it's still playing out in the background. So the first step is really awareness. Awareness is going to be key, in doing so without judgment, without any harshness or hard feeling towards yourself. Really being gentle with yourself and being gratitude whenever you're uncovering something, because then you have the power to do something about it. With awareness comes the power of choice. And also part of this whole awareness comes acceptance as well. Accepting that these things are there. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that needs fixing. But when you become aware and then you accept that, yes, there is something there, then you can move into the second part here of embracing your shadow and not resisting it. Because embracing it, accepting it, embracing it is also key here. Because if you are resisting it, then it's only going to stay and it's only going to magnetize and intensify. So if you ever had a feeling that you try to push aside, I'm pretty sure you weren't able to push it aside. It got a lot louder. It got a lot worse first, right? Before eventually you were able to push it away so far out of your reach, but it probably took a while, right? And then still, you can't even think about it because it would re-engage those feelings. Well, that is you resisting it, right? But shadow work in inner alchemy is not about resisting the shadow. It's like, okay, cool. I accept that you're there. I'm going to embrace you now. Because without embracing the shadow, you're not going to be able to heal it, clear it, and transmute it. Because each shadow holds a valuable message, lesson, and gift. And like I mentioned, going back to the iceberg, it's there. It's there anyways. So don't resist it. welcome it in. Yes, it's not always comfortable. Whenever I do shadow work, I'm like, oh, didn't I already clear that? Didn't I already work through that? Oh, it's coming up again. Great. Okay, cool. Let's do it again. Right? Instead of resisting it, because when you resist it, it doesn't go away. It still stays deep beneath the surface and it's playing out in the background. And you don't want to do that because you want to be in control of your own life, right? But if you're resisting those shadow aspects, you're giving your power away to those shadow aspects because they're still playing in the background and negatively affecting you. So embrace them. Then the next step is you want to actually transmute these shadow aspects, like healing and clearing the negative charge around it. And here you can use any kind of energy healing modalities, whether it's light language, that's like my favorite one, or any other healing modality. Or there's another thing that I would like to share with you. It's a clearing statement. And the way that goes is when you uncover your shadow aspect, whether it is doubt or fear or anything like that, you want to connect with that. You want to connect with the root of what happened or what you're feeling, right? Without really diving into the story, because the story never matters, right? It's about connecting to the emotional charge behind what you're feeling. So if it is, let's say, a feeling of abandonment, you would tune into that. You would tune into the feeling of abandonment. And like I said, not connecting to the story, but then really connecting to that. And then you can use the clearing statement of, I now clear and transmute this across all time, space, reality, lifetimes, and dimensions. You keep repeating that until you really feel that shift. And here also be intentional about, I now really transmute this. I now release this. I now let this go. I now let it dissolve into nothingness where it came from. Really being intentional about the clearing of the negative charge. That's how you then start the healing and clearing process. But then once you have done that, once you've cleared the negative charge, then you want to tune in. Okay, what's the message? What's the lesson? What's the gift here? You want to open yourself up to that. And you do that by first releasing the emotional charge. Then once you've released the emotional charge, you can use the clearing statement, you can listen to any of my light language activations, or you can do any other healing modality that you feel called to do to really clear the emotional charge. Then like I said, then you open yourself up to the message and lesson and the gift. That's how you start transmuting the shadow, because it's about really turning lead into gold. So you're releasing the negative charge, you're releasing all that tenseness, that tension behind what you're feeling. That opens you up into uncovering the message, the lesson, and the gift. And then the fourth step is you then want to integrate what you uncovered. Once you've uncovered the message and the lesson and the gift, you want to integrate that, really embody that. You're letting go of the negative charge and then you're taking in, really integrating the message, the lesson, and the gift. So let's say if you felt abandoned and the message here was that you need to start loving yourself more deeply, respect yourself, accept yourself, whatever it is, you're like, okay, I'm going to embody that now. You really feel that sense of self-love within you. And like, okay, what can I do now moving forward? What are some different steps and actions I can take that will really help me integrate this? Because you don't want to act and respond or react from the same old way of going about life before you healed and cleared the shadow. You want to really integrate the messenger, lesson, the gift, and then take different actions. Show up in a higher way. Really turning those fears into strength, guilt into self-compassion, doubt into confidence. And then you want to act from that place, really integrating confidence, self-love, self-worth, whatever it is. Integrate that and then act from that place. Start living from that more evolved state of being after you've healed and cleared all that stuff. That is how you go about soul alchemy, using shadow work for that deep inner transformation. And here, I just want you to notice that, this is like an ongoing process, right? But it doesn't have to be challenging. I know a lot of people, they're afraid of doing shadow work, but if you really do it from an open heart and open mind, never judging yourself, but like saying, okay, cool, that's another piece of that big iceberg beneath the surface that I can now work through, that I can now transcend. If you go about shadow work from that kind of point of view, it's going to be a lot easier. But if you're going about shadow work from the point of view like, well, I got to fix myself, there's something wrong with myself, I got to heal myself, then you're stuck in the negative emotion of the cycle of constantly healing and fixing and healing and fixing and clearing and fixing more and stuff like that. But if you're really looking at it from the point of view like, okay, I know there's a lot of stuff beneath the surface that is holding me back, that is getting in my way, that is limiting me, that is causing me to feel, afraid and not confident or whatnot, and you're not able to create a life that you would love to live because of all the stuff that's deep beneath the surface. Why would you not be grateful whenever you are uncovering that? Like really embrace shadow work, embrace this beautiful inner alchemy work, because as you're becoming aware of all these things, then you can heal and clear it and transcend it and transmute it, really elevate higher and then change your life. Once you really do that, you will be able to manifest with more ease. You will be able to experience more abundance, more freedom, more happiness, more joy, more expansiveness, more spaciousness in your life. Your life will transform because you are doing your inner work. That is what soul alchemy is all about, is transforming yourself and your life from the inside out. Using shadow work for this deep inner healing work and really the inner growth work, that spiritual growth, that personal growth, really growing and transforming from deep within. And that will then ripple out and transform your life. So if you don't really like your life right now or any areas of your life, then start looking within. Start doing this inner alchemy work to really transform the lead into gold, the challenges into opportunities, and whatever's going on within you, really transform that to then transform your outer world. So here you go. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some insights into really what inner alchemy really is all about. Now, if you would like to go a little deeper, explore more, and really say, you know what, I want to learn how to master inner alchemy, then I want to invite you to join me in my membership Transcendence, where you can learn how to become your own inner alchemist, using those shadow aspects for deep inner growth and transformation. We have weekly calls. There's also a lot of online course material in there, many lessons that you can go through to really learn how to become your own inner alchemist. And there's so much available inside Transcendence that can really help you on your path. So if that is of interest to you, you can join Transcendence for free for 7 days. Try it out, see if it's in alignment, see if it is the right fit for you. I would be honored if you were to join me and everyone else inside Transcendence. The link to check it out is in the description below. Like I said, try it for 7 days, see if you like it. But here you go. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And also be sure to check out these two videos here. One video about the power of soul alchemy and why it really matters on your spiritual journey. And another video about 10 signs that you have reached an advanced stage in shadow work. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.